Hi girls, I wanted to share with you some cool projects that I've been working on lately. One of the things that I have just completed is a letter for Nicole GingerCupcakeCards, who I met over on the beach. And what you're looking at right now is an altered letter. And I used Webster's Pages. This is the Postcards from Paris paper. So I'm going to try to go over how I did it and what I used. So starting with the paper, I cut out the beautiful dress form that you see here. And I also went over it with some, not Pearl X, but what is it called? The Perfect Pearls. I also added, actually, after I cut out the letter here, I distressed all the edges and I glimmer misted it. I don't know if you can see. Let me try to zoom in a little bit here. I glimmer misted it, and then I cut out some of those butterflies. I added some Prima pearls there with the little roses, and that's a Prima flower. I then added some ribbon, no, not ribbon, feathers, and there's a cameo right there that I added some other little baby Primas. All along the edge, I'm going to try to zoom out here. All along the edge here, I used two types of ribbon or trim. This nude one is a this is Webster's Pages. I think this is Prima, and I glimmer misted this with vintage pink. Then I added a feather back here behind the dress form, and I made some stick pins. So this is one of the stick pins that I created. Let me see if I can focus in on that a little bit. Nope. Okay, there we go. I also stamped this little frame behind this butterfly, and I put the butterfly and the dress form up on dimensionals. I don't know if you can tell there. Along the edges, I painted it with acrylic paint. I used white, and then I used a sandstone color, and I used a baby wipe and kind of went over it and sanded it. And then on the back, let me set this down here so I can use both hands. Oh, what a nightmare. I'm a nightmare. Okay, so I used more of that paper, and I cut around here because it says beautiful, and then it's in French also. There's that beautiful peacock there. Up here at the top, I used the paper, and I used a Nestabilities, and I cut out this piece of paper, and I stamped it with a Tim Holtz stamp. And I added a little Madame Delphine charm. It's a perfume bottle. Sorry. Then over here, I used some Making Memories metal letters to spell out her name. And I also used a Tim Holtz, one of those tokens that says genuine, and I tied it with this blush silk ribbon. I rubbed it a little bit with some Rub and Buff in gold. I don't know if you can see that there, because it was completely dark, and I wanted that to stick out. And I know her last name starts with G, so I thought that was pretty cute. I added a dream ticket that I distressed with a little bit of, I think it was walnut stain, yeah. And these stickers down here, this I actually cut from the paper, but these stickers are from Life's Portrait. And then I stamped it here, put my initials and the date, and yeah, painted all of it. So that is Nicole's letter. I hope she really likes it. I like it. I'd like to keep it. I'd like to steal it. I also have a letter that I made for Anna, who's also from the ScrapBeach. Let me grab that. Okay, so for Anna, I made, and this is for Anna Fallas over from the ScrapBeach. I also made a letter for her using the Graphic 45 paper. Gosh, this paper is just gorgeous. I can't seem to get enough of it. I used two different lines, sorry. This background paper here is from the Renaissance Fair collection, and I used it on both sides. But the tags and the inspiration for this letter came from the Fashionista line. And so I cut out a tag. Sorry, let's start off with the letter. So I traced the letter and I cut it out and I distressed the edges heavily. I used my distressor on the edges, and then I used walnut stain and black soot all along the edges. Then I added some lace, some sexy black lace here, and it overlaps onto here. Before that, sorry, I painted all of the edges here with acrylic paint. I used espresso and I used a little bit of black. And similar to Nicole's letter, I went back over it and I with a baby wipe so that it wasn't so streaky and just blended in a little bit better. Then I glimmer misted it with iridescent gold prior to adhering it. And after I adhered it, I added the tag that I did the same thing to. I heavily distressed the edges and I added the walnut stain first and then the black soot. So I added this large black feather here, and these two little red roses here are, they're recollections actually, and I went over them with a little bit of black soot. And this big flower down here, this one is one of those white wedding flowers from Michael's. They come in a package like this. And I glimmer misted it. Actually, I painted it with glimmer mist. I painted it first with Black Magic, and then I went over it with Scarlet. This is some Prima black pearls, and these little rhinestones down here. These rhinestone flowers are from, let me see if I still have it. Don't know the company, but they came in a package like this. Okay, so then on the side here, I went ahead and I actually bought these letters at Michael's. They're little stickers that you put on the circles, and I spelled out her name there. On the back, I did the same treatment to all the edges, and I got this little tag from the paper, you know, die cut pieces, and it's a shoe. I'm a girly girl, so I really like dress forms and shoes and handbags, and so I really wanted to add this on here. So I went ahead and I distressed the edges on this, and I put up a little brad here. It's black and it was silver, and I went over it with some gold rub and buff, as well as on this key charm here, because this was also black, and I just kind of wanted to give it a little bit of oomph. This definition says it's inspire, and so I bent that and also distressed the edges of that. And that I got from this package that I got from Embellish online with a bunch of different definitions. I don't have it handy, sorry. Then I did this little gatefold thing with my information. I added some ribbon, and I hope she really enjoys it. I hope it goes well in her vintage inspired scrap room. So I've had a lot of fun doing this. Ladies, allow me to apologize for taking so long to get it to you. To both Nicole and to Anna, they've been very patient with me. So these will be out in the mail for you, I'm sure, by tomorrow, by Saturday. So look for them in the mail next week, all right? Hope you guys are doing well. Bye.